From the beginning, the flow of rivers has always fascinated mankind. Rivers flowing horizontally are common sight to everyone, and this is considered as natural. But it takes deep knowledge to understand the vast secrets locked up in nature. Nature. Nature is not ruled by the observations of man. It can cause water to fall from the sky. It can cause water to seep out from a rock. And it can cause rivers to flow vertically downward. In the state of Osun, in Nigeria, a river exists shaped by nature to flow vertically downward. Definitely, this strange phenomenon will be incomprehensible to anyone that is not knowledgeable about rivers. When it was first discovered in about 1140, it was a very strange supernatural existence in their view. From a safe distance, they examined this puzzle and interpreted it as another god, a name it held onto till this present day, Olumirin Waterfall. Olumirin Waterfall started its journey from the hilly lands of Efon, which is about 15 kilometers to this point, where it then transforms into a 7-step waterfall in the town of Erin Ijesha, before merging with River Owena to continue finally into the sea. Erin Ijesha is a town in Oriade local government area in the state of Osun in Nigeria. In a search for peace, Yeye Akinla, a great-granddaughter of the legendary African monarch Oduduwa, set out from her hometown at Ile-Ife with her husband and households to embark on a journey as directed by an Ifa priest that will take her 17 days to accomplish. Her location on the 17th day will be her new home, where she is going to find the peace she seeks for. The journey started. Eventually, on the 17th day, they got to a place and settled down. They gave the place the name Erin Ijesha in remembrance of their exodus, which today became Erin Ijesha. Farming and hunting became their major occupation in the new settlement. One day, some hunters ventured deep into the forest, and they saw it. A giant god holding a giant pot. Out of which water poured down mightily from a great height. Terrified by the sight, they fled to the village to report the strange encounter. Yeye Ayeakinla listened. With the guidance of the Ifa priests, went with these hunters to behold this god that pours water down. With the careful observation of the Ifa priests, they eventually realized that this was actually a gift from another god to them. In appreciation of this great gift, a gift was then decided on to be given from time to time to this new god, a sacrifice. What sacrificial offer can delight our God? Human being. This was how the waterfall Olumirin became a god that has to be given human beings to keep flowing. After the death of Yeye Ayeakinla, one of her sons became the king. If animals are offered for sacrifice instead of human, what will the outcome be? Will this god be angry and stop pouring water down? Will he cast some evil spell on this town? Will he continue to pour water down? This new king was going to try a very dangerous offering that could destroy their town. He was going to stand against a cultural practice that everyone considered as standard. He was ready to come face to face with the consequence. He gave the command, and a bull was sacrificed. The water continued to flow. The town continued to grow. There was peace. This bold move changed the gift to a god from woman to animals. This bold move changed a forbidden place of sacrifice to a festive one. This god unfolded his hands to welcome visitors in celebration of the waterfall. In the reign of Oba Stephen Adeosun, the Akila of Erin Ijesha, every sacrifices were stopped. This opened up the waterfall for more public visits, as the giant god eventually became a cliff. The site was fully commissioned by Chief Obafemi Awolowo during the reign of Chief Stephen Adeosun, the Akila of Erin Ijesha. Since then, it has been listed as a major tourist center in Nigeria. What do tourists see when they visit the site that requires the payment of money at the gate to access? First, the site premises is fenced off from the main town, which is about 2 kilometers away. The way up to the waterfall begins from these steps. The low gradients of the step gradually end at resting place, which are round buildings designed as relaxation points. At this point, the enormity of the surrounding cliffs can be seen. Past this relaxation center is the final way through this narrow pedestrian bridge up to the entrance to the first waterfall. The path at the right-hand side of this bridge leads to an historically important cave called Agbon Agbeleku in Erin Ijesha. This site was discovered by the same hunter that discovered the waterfall. The cave served as a relaxation place for farmers and other wayfarers, and it can conveniently accommodate 50 people. The way to the cave is rather steep, and the height from the bridge is about 70 meters. Further explanations made it known that after the death of the hunter, the cave became the temple to our god, and a festival in honor of this god was held every 3 years in the reign of Oba Alua. Nowadays, the cave has collapsed due to weathering, and the temple of the god has vanished. Descending to the bridge 70 meters below requires a lot of care. This narrow pedestrian bridge, the entrance to the first waterfall. From here, the surround sound becomes that of gushing water easing loudly away. Behold the first fall. It splashes down from a height of about 14 meters. To create a shallow pool below. This pool is safe for children An important safety note is that the waterfall presented by this site is extremely gentle. Children above 6 years can stay right under the fall. Another issue is that no animal exists in the vicinity of the site. This may be due to the high level of high-pitched sound produced by the gushing water ceaselessly. Visitors to the site can settle here and be contented. But for those seeking more adventure, the second fall can be accessed by going up this rocky, frightening steeply way. This is not recommended anyway for children. Nevertheless, the way up might be intimidating, but there are adequate footholds to safely take tourists to the second fall in about 20 minutes. This is the second fall. The water tumbles down from a height of 43 meters. The pool formed below is rockless and surprisingly shallow, making it a safe site for wallowing. Again, the gentleness of the fall comes to light with its gentle showers. This is the highest of all the 7 falls. Going up to the third step is a little easier. The rock and tendrils that provide footholds are many. And the slope is gentler. Descending to the waterfall site is slightly tedious. This third waterfall is not as high as the first and the second. Only daring visitors get to this point for picnic and a little bit of privacy. The way to the fourth waterfall is full of surprises. First, one has to climb out of the third fall, which is like climbing out of a pit. Then the road to the fourth fall is connected. A surprising short climb leads to the mouth of the pit, in which the fourth waterfall can be seen far below. Now, the hard part is going down to the base of the third fall. Grabbing, sliding, and carefulness gets everyone to the base. This is the fourth fall, made for people who can climb. The hardest part is the way out of here. This again is like coming out of a deep pit, but Deep-rooted plants and deep-seated rocks are around to help visitors drag themselves up. This road leads to the fifth fall. The fourth step can be seen deep down from this point. The walk to the fifth fall is now very easy. It is in fact a walkway with very little climbing. Now begins the difficult parts. Going down to 20 meters below where the fifth fall is requires careful grabbing and placement of feet and hands to get to the base. This is the fifth fall. It is a minor fall. At this point, one is like standing in a large open cave surrounded by vegetation. Out of this pit, a climb out is the only exit. The way to the sixth fall is here. A non-human visitor is seen for the first time. Here, the gushing sound of water from the falls below is very faint. The road here is actually a bush path with no climbing at all. It leads to a settlement at the seventh level called Obaoke, meaning king of the hills. At this point, one is at an altitude of 650 meters above sea level, and the height from the first level is 288 meters. There is now a long walk through different rocky grounds to the seventh level. As the walk goes on, some past visiting heroes who had trod those paths left some personal marks for people to see. Gradually, the rocky grounds give way to firm lands where cocoa are planted. There is an abundance of eweron leaf growing wild in this part. A very stable Yoruba food called eko, the cold pap, has been packaged and served with this eweron for generations. As the journey progresses through these farms, the end of the journey is approached. Now, farmers carrying loads of eweron can be seen frequently. Finally, we are at the last settlement on our journey and close to the last level of the waterfall. The settlement is called Obaoke, which stands for King of the Hills. Obaoke on the hilltop where seventh level is located, and Erin Ijesha where the first level is, marked the beginning and the end of Olumirin Waterfall touring experience. The distance between these towns is about 4 kilometers and the height difference is 352 meters. Obaoke is a settlement for farmers. This is the short way to the seventh level. This is the seventh level. It is not a waterfall. It serves as a water source to the people of Obaoke, and its current is almost static. It is silent, gentle flowing towards Erin Ijesha, where glories and admirations await it. Fall 1. This is life, open for everybody. No snakes, no stinging insects, no spiders, shallow water, wallowing place. Families are comfortable here. The car park area greets you welcome from your long journey, either from your destination or after your waterfall site Wirito. Araromi has landed. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Rauf Aregbesola, the governor of the state of Osun, has started a vast improvement program that will place these wonderful sites among world tourist centers open for global visitors.
Olumirin Waterfall yóò wílẹ̀ mi Erin Ijesha o. Erin Ijesha kókó lẹ́lẹ̀ bàbá mi. Ìyá ọmọ igi jágádá. Kòtòkò wàwá ìrègùn ọmọ ọ̀nàjà. Amẹ́bẹ̀ lẹ́rin Ijesha lólúmìnì. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ lágbèmíjà yóò wílẹ̀ rẹ̀. Àgbégé púpà akẹ́là tẹ ìjọ́sí ni. Ẹja àjọmọ̀ ògbégbẹ̀rẹ̀. Ọmọ mọ̀jọ́ eléni mọ àfọ̀njọ́lu àfọ̀ngbígbọ́ ọ̀lẹ́ àfọ̀njáde ọ̀nẹ́ Olumirin
Ọ̀tọ̀ ní jẹjẹrẹ láńtọ̀
wọ́ọ̀kú.